She was still on the property?
Camilla's home safe.
We make quite the partnership, don't we?
We're not partners.
New case. I need to narrow the search fast.
A trans woman was taken in broad daylight outside of Crystal City Shops 11 hours ago. Where would you have taken her first?
I took her for you.
Take it back.
Take what back?
I said that I was lonely. That did not mean that I wanted you to kidnap someone. Another child from me? I would never, ever, ever.
If it makes you feel better, it wasn't easy for you to ask.
I remember every moment of that year. Every dark, suffocating, agonizing moment.
Distorting the truth for one's own protection is a basic human instinct, so if you'd rather not remember, I understand.
I want to remember.
It was a lovely evening. I was starting to think there was no work for us today. Play the call again?
Hollis, leave me alone.
God, Uncle Reggie? You good?
Yes, I'm just taking some personal time here. Stop texting me.
Guilt is rough, isn't it?
I have nothing to feel guilty about. No matter what I may or may not have said, you're the one who kidnapped Bella. That's on you.
I was talking about your guilt over not having found our sick victim. The call. Again, please.
Hollis, leave me alone.
There are two people wheezing on that call. The higher pitch one, that's not illness related, that's fear. That's your kidnapper, and they're terrified.
Maybe the kidnapping wasn't planned.
Everything about this case screams amateur hour. Likely their first one. That's how it was for me. Isn't that why I'm here? To provide my personal expertise?
Get to the point.
This person is scared and unstable.
And unstable people are more likely to kill.
You lied to me. I didn't say I wanted a friend. I said quite the opposite. You can't manipulate me.
But I did. For a while.
Listen to me, you pathetic excuse for a human being. You don't test me. You think you're in control, but you're not. Put the books in the box. All of them.
Gabrielle?
Toothbrush and soap, too. Everything you have
life is a result of my generosity, but I don't have to be generous. Remember that. I am in control.
When are you gonna climb him like a tree? Gabby.
Lacey, we need to move quickly on this.
Tense. Pulsating nerve in your neck. It's a missing child, isn't it?
Read the file, find something, anything.
I heard you come in late last night. Your footsteps were impatient, annoyed. You went to the closet again. The closet usually equates with cold cases, right? You're especially distant when you're in the throes of Annie's case. Your hope is admirable. You really think you'll find her, don't you?
You better have something when I get back.
Gabrielle, where are you? Where have you been?
He's being trafficked and we have less than 4 hours. He got into this car.
Yes, he's looking back at someone.
Someone he trusted reassured him.
This person has been in front of you the entire time, but your faith in humanity has made you too blind to see them.
This is not a teaching moment. We're running out of time.
The person who lured Matthew away is a child, not an adult. Matthew's world turned upside down when his parents divorced. He felt betrayed, hence the rebellion in school. Yet he appeared to remain committed to the church. He was conflicted, and conflicted children are vulnerable, especially when they're angry with the adults in their life. Sound familiar?
Don't do this. I don't have time for your games or to reminisce about the past. Help me find Matthew, damn it.
He doesn't trust adults anymore, which leaves the only other option, a child. Now, this young person's intelligent, a fellow child of divorce too, who also feels betrayed. Disciplinary reports indicate that Matthew used a particular word to describe his teachers, phonies.
That's not enough.
He then began to use the word liberally to describe all the adults in his life. He said, and I quote, he hated all the phonies of the world, especially adults and authority figures. Those words don't belong to Matthew.
It's from The Catcher in the Rye.
One of our favorites. Now, this book is usually introduced in the 10th or 11th grade. Now, I'm sure that Matthew is brilliant, but he's far too young to have been introduced to this in school. Does Matthew have any older friends?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Gabrielle.
Ours is just a little sorrow dog. And I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world. Somehow I have to find.
To be clear, we are profiling a victim, not a perpetrator. We're not dealing with some twisted psychopath this time.
So you don't think David was kidnapped?
No,
And I don't need your opinion on addiction. The only reason I'm bringing you in is because I need to work fast. It's important to me to give David back one of the many things you took from me. David started using because he didn't get to say goodbye to Elisa. High or not, he would want to say goodbye to Rachel. So why isn't he at the hospital?
You're upset, desperate, your tone abandoned. You feel abandoned. Notice I am here as your partner when no one else is. I'm always the one that is here. For you. Please don't go. I want to help.
Elisa, I am sorry for how you died. I'm sorry for lying. Lying. Maybe David had a secret? Maybe that's what's keeping him from Rachel?
When you brought me this case, you asked me to profile a victim. I have. But I've realized it is your own inability to see David as more than an addict that has caused you to have a critical error in judgment.
I am the only one who sees him as more than an addict.
But do you see him as valuable? Because I do. David is vulnerable, lonely, easy to dismiss, a victim no one would think to look for. Well, no one that is but you.
David is the perfect kidnap victim. What if he isn't getting high and was actually taken by someone who knew everyone would assume that?
It might not be David's secret keeping him from Rachel.
Maybe it's someone else's.
Heads down in the pouring rain.
We found David.
We'll fight till doomsday.
Gabrielle. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you didn't get to say a final goodbye to your father.
Don't you dare apologize. There's no atoning for what you've done, for what you've cost me, for what you continue to cost me. You don't deserve redemption. You're a monster.
And what does this make you?
When the world's in ashes, lost to all the havoc, raise our swords, we'll fight till doomsday.
I was just about to run out to check on Tony. You okay?
I didn't know where else to go.
Did you hear me? A baby's life is in jeopardy.
Who's Heavy Boots? The man you led into the house. It was quite the risk, which means he's important. Who is he?
Danae was on her way to the reservation, but appears to have...
He made you laugh.
Yes, he did.
Did you sleep with him?
I have a woman and baby to save. Get yourself up to speed and give me something I can use.
Boyfriend is controlling, possessive.
Yeah? Tell me something I don't know.
Danae stayed with him despite these unbecoming attributes. Implies they are familiar to her. Control, possession. She's experienced that before in her life. Likely someone close to her. Family member, maybe. You're going to the reservation, aren't you? Ensuring ample sustenance while you're gone. I see. Is Heavy Boots going with you?
The grandmother isn't the controlling sort. Maybe someone else she was close to on the reservation? Maybe that's why she left.
I don't appreciate you ignoring my question.
Hey, you. Where was the car? almost got it. You should have it.
Is that the link?
Pulling it up now.